Take the challenge of the Klingon sword to determine your destiny.
Hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. You know, it's a pretty safe bet to say that I am the biggest Star Wars fan on the entire planet. Who else can say that they've pleasured themselves to every single alien in the Mos Eisley Cantina? And that includes the ones in the Star Wars Holiday Special, including Harvey Korman and B. Arthur, dammit! I could just never get invested in shows like Doctor Who or Star Trek, because comic book fans expect a little internal consistency, but Trek could never even keep its own uniform straight. It's like every year, Starfleet completely changed uniforms on everyone. If you ask me, it's because they keep firing last year's costume designer, because these costumes are hideous and impractical. A couple hundred years and the Federation hasn't introduced pockets in the uniforms yet? What kind of sense does that make? Nobody wants to carry any gum around in the future? You gotta run off to a replicator anytime you want some Tic Tacs? Nobody carries a comb or an iPod in the future? God help you if you need a tissue or a tampon. I suppose they've got a special replicator for those in the bathroom. Anyway, as you might expect, there were a ton of Star Wars comics. But what you might not know is that there were Star Wars comics back around the time the movies were coming out. In fact, there were Star Wars comics before Star Wars came out. The year before A New Hope hit theaters, Lucasfilm licensed rights for a comic to Marvel using an early treatment of the story as a framework. The problem, of course, is that Lucasfilm only gave Marvel a treatment. So the story was bound to change in shooting, which of course it did. Worse, Marvel only had a general concept of the character designs, some of which also radically changed during the shooting. So, just when you thought the Star Wars universe couldn't get any more screwed up, let's dig into Star Wars number 1 through whenever I get tired.
Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Cara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. No, seriously, that's Spoonkara. Don't you think I'd notice if it wasn't Cara? I'm gonna do the road 2 songs about Cara. I think I know what he looks like. Cara. He is a man. Look, he even wears a hat. Cara. It's not like Spoony gave me $50 to write this crap. Cara. Blue robot, who else is one of those? Spoonkara. You thought it was Spoony, but you're not even close. It's Spoonkara.
The covers of these comics are amazing. Look how attention-grabbing they are. Every one depicts the most awesome scene imaginable with tons of action, and best of all, they're the kind of vintage covers with big melodramatic cliffhanger speech bubbles. Swing that lightsaber, Ben, or we're finished! Hurry, Chewbacca! We're being attacked by the Death Star! It's too late, kid! We're finished! Keep firing, Chewie, or this whole planet is doomed! I mean, finished! Darth Vader plays a game of death against the Star Warriors!
So, Luke, you thought you could outwit the imperious forces of Darth Vader?
Comscan has detected an enemy.
Jesus Christ! Knock on my door! Knock next time!
Yes, my lord.
Holy crap! What the hell is that? Why can't we get that in the special editions? Wow, see what I mean? Who cares about the movies? I want to see how this happens. One thing's for sure, Lando's keeping fresh batteries in his cyborg's remote control from now on. The first few comics are really good, actually. They keep pretty close to the original movie, but there are a lot of little things that are funny because some of the science fiction terminology was invented later in the movie, and they add the word space to basically every noun. It always makes me laugh when a character mentions the Force because the Force is always in quotation marks. The Force is an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds and binds the galaxy together. Knowledge of the Force is what gave a Jedi Knight his power. You must learn the ways of the Force, Luke. You can almost see the air quotes he makes with his hands every time he says that. Remember, the Force is with all men, binding them together. Obi-Wan takes Luke to the Mos Eisley Cantina so they can find a ship to Alderaan, and that's where they meet Chewbacca. Despite a comical quasi-monkey face, This 7-foot anthropoid is anything but gentle-looking, nor does its deep-throated, unintelligible response ease Luke's mind much. Gronk! Matter of fact, I was just going to see your boss. Tell Jabba I have his money. But I've really got the money this time. You tell Jabba. Over my dead body. And there you have it, folks. Conclusive proof that Han shot first because it was in the treatment that George Lucas sent to Marvel Comics. Stick that in your almighty Sarlacc and digest it, George. My entire career in reviewing comics has been justified. Fast forwarding a little bit, once they've all been tractor beamed onto the Death Star, they set out to rescue Princess Leia. Moments later, Luke and Solo try to look inconspicuous in their captured armor as they wait for the vacuum elevator to arrive. They always let Han strike the most badass poses in this comic, like after they shoot up the detention block. Way to go, kid! You'll make a space pirate yet! Luke runs off and finds Leia in her prison cell. You're even more beautiful than I... Awkward. But then the stormtroopers arrive and cut off their escape. Alright, Chewie, starting blasting! Princess, starting looking for a way out! You know, kid, getting back to the Falcon's gonna be like flying through the 5 fire rings of Fornax. Ah, it burns! Why did I try to fly through the 5 fire rings of Fornax? What was I expecting? They get split up by the stormtroopers, so Luke and Leia have to swing across that huge chasm from the movie and... Oh my god! I need an adult!
Your powers are weak, old man. You should never have come back.
You only know half the Force, Vader. You perceive its full power, as little as a spoon perceives the taste of food. Their lightsabers locked in midair, the 2 powerful warriors stand motionless, like titans out of some lost time. But if you cut me down, I will only become more powerful. Heed my words.
Not this time. I am the master now. I, Darth Vader.
Holy crap! That's just horrible! This was approved by the Comics Code Authority? That's just... Wow, he did not see that coming! In the movie, he's completely serene and makes this noble sacrifice so we can guide Luke wherever he goes. But in this one, he's thinking, I might win this... Ah! Luke Skywalker realizes he may have just seen Ben Kenobi's death. May have seen? It doesn't get much more decisive than this, narrator. The guy's freaking dead! Even Vader's like, damn, I killed the crap out of him. The good guys make a run for it, and Chewie gets crunk up in here, while Han sets course for the secret rebel base. But of course he has no intention of sticking around once he's got his hands on his reward for Leia's rescue. Your friend's indeed a mercenary, Luke. I wonder if he really cares about anything. Or anybody. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Or anybody. I do, Princess. I care. No, Luke, stop caring! For the love of God, man! You don't know what you're getting into! Because once you start down this path, forever will it dominate your destiny! I don't know, Luke, do you think it's possible for a princess and a guy like me? No! Luke, cool down, man! You're more angry over wanting to bang your sister than you are over Obi-Wan getting obliterated. Moving on, because I'm really uncomfortable right now, they get to Yavin 4 and prepare for the attack on the Death Star. You know, I always wondered what Han got paid in that fits in all those huge crates. It looks like beer. Well, that makes sense. Everyone likes beer, because on Tatooine, they don't take Republic credits. Anyway, Luke heads off to his X-Wing and... Okay, that's it! You have problems, George Lucas! You're a sick man! Sick! I don't know what kind of stuff goes on at Skywalker Ranch, but you keep that filth out of my room! And the Death Star battle takes us into issue number 6. At last, the soul-shattering climax of the year's best movie!
The day you die, Luke Skywalker. This is your final battle.
See Luke Skywalker battle Darth Vader! Check out the size of that codpiece, man! All 6 of Blue Group, and those of the others as well, know that they have no chance of denting the impregnable defenses. Yet the rebel leader spoke earlier of its one weakness,